So, you're new to DC Universe Online and you want some tips. Well, have no worries. As a person who's played DC Universe Online since summer of 2012, I've got some knowledge for you that I want to kind of give you to might help you feel more comfortable in DC and figure out what you kind of need to be looking for and what you need to be doing and all that kind of shit. So, here we go. So, basically what you need to know is, basically all of DC Universe Online is just queuing up for alerts, raids, duos, solos, all that kind of stuff, and just getting up your CR and skill points, leveling up your artifacts, getting styles, making your character look all freshy, swaggy, all that kind of shit. Kind of, making friends as you go along in the game, helping people out, getting rare styles, having to do a lot of tedious shit that you probably don't want to do majority of the time, but you're going to have fun doing it, if that makes any sense. So basically what level 1 to 30 is just a tutorial of the game. It's just showing you the basics of DC Universe Online and kind of what you'll be doing as you move along in the game. Level 1 to 30 doesn't really matter, it's just you figuring out the game. But you need to take that time to learn your powers, figure out what moves you like and all this other stuff. Make sure you construct a good fun loadout in the beginning. And just basically just have fun with it and just learn the game as you go along. And things you need to look for, you need to collect styles, which you're going to collect a lot of styles as you go through the game. A lot of stuff is going to be dropping, like as far as gear. Always collect gear. As long as you haven't collected it, you should be able to click on it and equip it majority of the time, unless you aren't the right role or whatever. But that stuff probably won't come until later on. So anything as far as styles like demonic style or retro tech or anything like that, just collect it, because you'll need those styles as you get further on in the game. It'll help you out with your skill points as well. Another thing that'll help you out with your source marks and your skill points is going to be doing the little side missions. Kind of go around when you go into a mission and look around, see if you can find a side mission. Usually there's always one over there. And just try to do that when you're doing the rest of the mission. It'll make it go a lot quicker and it'll help you when you get to level 30. You're going to need source marks to buy your gear, so the more you got, the better off you'll be. And what will help you out a lot is doing those missions. It might take a little bit longer to level up. It'll be worth it in the end game. So yeah, do your side missions, collect your styles, and every time you level up, you'll either get a new skill point or a new power. Every time you get a new power, just try it out and just see what you think of it, just so you can kind of build your own loadout of what powers you like the best, like what's more of like an AoE kind of power, what's more of helps control a whole bunch of ads around your environment and stuff like that. And you gotta have some moves too for your single target, because you're gonna be DPSing pretty much the whole time you're level 1 to 30. There's no point of trying to be a healer or anything. None of that matters until you get a lot farther in the game. So level 1 to 30, just chill out and have fun. Just make sure you kind of do all your missions, collect any kind of styles you get. And as far as skill points are concerned, put them in either your weapons or into your movement. So if you're super speed, put it into there. Acrobatics or flight, put it in there as well. Put it just a couple, just enough so you can get a faster movement and so you can get some of the breakout options. Go for those, but everything else you can just ignore. But mostly go for the weapons, because once you get to a certain extent, you can get weapon mastery, which will allow you to be a lot more stronger with your weapons and does a lot more damage. It's just like at the 2 on the very bottom, there'll be 2 on each side, and there'll be different weapons. You have to then put skill points in those weapons as well until you can unlock weapon mastery, and then you can go back. Let's say, for example, you have martial arts as your weapon. Okay, well, eventually you'll get all your martial art moves, and then you'll have 2 options on each side that you can go for as far as weapon mastery. Let's say on the right side it's got staff, and then on the left side it's got, dual pistols or something like that. If you want to go for dual pistols, you'll have to go then to the dual pistols little trait and just start putting your skill points into there, and then once you fill all that out, you'll be able to go back into martial arts, and then put your skill point into those 2. And then you'll be able to do your martial arts while having your dual pistols weapon mastery, and then you can do the same for the other side. So try to focus your skill points over there, and just have fun around that point. That's just you learning the game, learning the environment, learning the community, all that kind of stuff. It's just a tutorial, it's basically what it is. Level 30 is when stuff actually kind of gets real. At level 30, you need to spend your marks buying gear to try to raise up your CR. Because your CR is going to be the most important part when you're that level, because you're so far behind, because this game has been out since like 10 years, for like 10 years, right? Came out in like 2011. So yeah, you're really far behind compared to everybody else. Majority of everybody else on this game is max CR, majority of them, or at least around there. They're high CR. So don't worry about skill points at this point. Like when you get them, you get them. I mean, if you don't, you don't. It's not really a big deal. The higher CR you are, the easier it'll be to get skill points, because you're going to be opening yourself to a lot more of the content in the game. There's like probably 40 or 50 DLCs, so don't worry about having to complete every single feat on those right off the bat. Yeah, once you turn to level 30, I'd say you need to put all your focus towards raising up your CR, which means buying gear. Queue up for every alert or duo or raid that you can, even solos. And there's an event going on right now, and it's for the Flashpoint in Gotham. It's a DLC. You can go into there. It should show you on your map how to get there, and there should be a way you can just teleport directly to there in your map. Go there and do your dailies. Do all those missions that you can every week. There'll be 2 missions for every week. There's the Doomsday, and then there's the 100 General one. Do those 2 every week, and then the rest of them you can do every day. That will help you get a lot of extra gear. Because what it's going to do is, once you complete those dailies and you go back to turning them in, it'll give you a box, right? And then that box, when you open it, it's going to give you usually about 2 or 3 options for as far as gear is concerned. Like, for example, I have, do you want a chest or do you want a leg? Or the legs, And then, depending on what you need, you'll select that one. Like, for example, let's say your chest is like level 30, and then your legs are like level 41, or something like that, You're going to go for the chest, right? Because that's a lower item level, and you're trying to raise up your CR. And it seems like chest, legs, and weapon, those 3 usually help you up a lot more than the other ones. Like if you're low CR in your feet, it doesn't really matter as much as it would matter in your weapon, if that makes any sense. And as far as buying gear, always try to go for face, your 2 rings, your neck, and then if you have enough, go for the weapon, but just try to stick with the 2 rings and then the neck and face, because those are going to be a lot harder to get as far as from, you can't buy those. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute. But yeah, just try to go for those when it comes to buying gear. And besides, they're cheaper. That's going to help you out a lot more if you got 4 pieces of gear that are all high level. Then if you just get 1 item that's, is really expensive that's higher level. So go for quantity over quality as far as that's concerned. As long as it's a big enough difference. And you can get gear from, there's a thing that drops that's called capsules. Right now I think it's the 6th dimensional capsules. And to be able to open those, you'll either have to purchase stabilizers through the marketplace, or you can queue up for the stabilizer event that's on your on duty tab. And every day you queue for that, it'll give you some stabilizer fragments, and eventually you'll get enough to form a stabilizer, which will then allow you to open the capsule, and that'll give you an option if you want, an emblem, or if you want to get some gear. That's what I meant by as far as, you can buy them, because face, rings, and weapons don't drop from those capsules. So that's why I said as far as buying gear. And you can't buy those from the broker, but that's just a whole nother level of confusing. You gotta have legendary to do that, and it's just a whole mess. People are always overpricing stuff on there, so don't really worry about buying gear, especially if you're really low level. It should be pretty easy to get gear, especially the lower level you are. So yeah, just have fun with the game, and just when you get to level 30, just queue up for as much as you can. Queue up for as many entrances as you can. Always make sure you run your dailies over in Gotham Flashpoint, because that'll help you out a lot with getting gear. It'll save you a lot of money too from having to spend your source marks on gear every day when you can just run those. It won't take you too long. It should take you maybe like probably 20 to 30 minutes to finish all those. Yeah, it's just basically typical missions like you've been doing from level 1 to 30, so it shouldn't be too hard. So yeah, keep working on your CR, always progressing. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to join a league and ask them for help. And if they don't want to help you, you probably don't need them in your life, so you can just easily leave that league. There's so many people in this game, there's so many leagues, so don't stretch yourself out trying to please a league leader or anything like that. Just, in my opinion, I would just stay solo. There's plenty of ways you can just queue up and just get gear that way. So yeah, that's my advice for new players coming into DC Universe Online. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys got any questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. If you want a part 2, feel free to let me know what you want to know. And yeah, that's the video. So I hope you guys enjoy it.